Hello and welcome. In this video, this will be our last and remaining part of Lee driving in traffic on his basic autopilot in the Model Y in Kansas City, Missouri. You'll see exactly how the Model Y using basic autopilot handles Kansas City traffic. Hey Lee, where are you now?
Dave, it looks like I've gotten myself into trouble here. I'm gonna get on Interstate 49, and it's the rush hour, 3 lanes into 2, but I've set the cruise and auto steer now. We're set for 65, which is the speed limit here, and it ain't gonna happen. We're gonna be just dawdling along here for a couple of miles, because this is where it goes from 3 lanes to 2, but we're going to let auto steer and cruise control and automatic spacing just take care of everything. I know I've mentioned to you before, I kind of like to just leave the spacing wide. You tend to leave it a little tighter than I do, but this is 7. It's wide open, as far as it'll go. Because I don't like being any closer than that to the people in front of me, because there's a lot of them that don't really drive real well here. Now, we've essentially come to the end of I-49, and the reason 49 ends is because when they built what was going to be I-49 through Kansas City, it was decided that they should put stoplights in, and putting stoplights in was going to be good for everybody, except for people wanting to get through town efficiently. So those stoplights are in an area with a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit we'll come up to here soon, and the worst problem is that they have crosswalks there, and the people do cross often, but they also cross wherever it's convenient. And so you'll have times when people be crossing this area at night, often dressed in black, and you don't see them until the last second, and it's an area that requires a lot of paying attention. So that was the first slowdown. Auto steer handled it fine. We've accelerated back up. It's still a 65-mile-an-hour limit, but we're doing 55 now because of the amount of traffic. We're going to just hang in here and see how things go, and it's going to be a long download, but it'll get edited as necessary. But I believe that we've been on auto steer all the whole time since we entered the interstate back at Y Highway in my Model Y. Long range, all-wheel drive. God, I love this car. This is absolutely the best automobile I've ever had, and I absolutely love the experience of owning it. It has performed well. I've had no issues. The learning curve and the first month of range anxiety. And that range anxiety is, I didn't expect that I would experience it because of all the time I've got in driving EV Dave's Teslas. I thought, nah, be no problem. No, I was real concerned. But I finally realized that if I put 85-90% in every night, which is my habit, or sometimes in the morning when the sun comes up and my solar can start adding to it, I just don't drive enough to run it all out. And there's plenty of charging stations. We have 4 superchargers in the metro Kansas City area. We have somewhere between 1 and 2 bajillion charge points, and I believe there is one Electrify America, which I've never been to, EV Dave has been to it. It's in Independence, near the intersection of I-470 and I-70. But Electrify America hasn't been on my radar to use anyway, so it doesn't really much matter. So 37 miles an hour. I'm just not really thinking about my speed, accelerating, or anything else. I'm just as happy as a frog in a bowl of warm water. Just cruising behind this Ford pickup. And here comes another slowdown. And we will certainly effectively take care of the slowdown and not have any issues, and it'll start up again and everything will be just fine. This is actually the first time I've been in a lot of stop and go traffic with my Y, and it's really pretty pleasant comparatively. It beats a 6-speed Jetta diesel, which really gets tiring on and off the clutch. But that is a thing of the past. I doubt that I'll ever have another one. My camera angle seems to be sagging just a little bit. There's being a little picky, straightening it up. Maybe I got too much. There we go. So I can certainly understand how people can abuse this privilege of having something as cool as auto steer. You know, I'm not going to read, I'm not going to text, I'm not going to do any of the silly stuff. Not going to crawl on the back and take a nap. It just is really wonderful. A lot of these people that are passing on the right, it's an exit only, and typically they will pay attention and make the exit, but you always get some of the eggheads that use that as a lane to get ahead of 3 or 4 cars, and they're being very disciplined this morning. Well, it's a nice day and there's no reason to rush. It's now 7:49 and still not a bad traffic experience. Mostly we've been moving, which is good, but we're coming up to the stoplights here in about a half mile, and that'll start to change things. I sometimes think I should change my follow distance a little bit. In fact, I'm going to do that just for the heck of it. I've got it set for 4 now, and let's see how it reacts on 4. As you can see, I'm noticeably closer to this white Ford pickup, and I don't think the braking is delayed significantly. We'll see how that works out. You know, the braking never fails to work when it's on cruise control, and I have quite a few times been going 45 in a 45 zone, and all of a sudden there's a car, a stoplight or whatever, and you wonder, they're already stopped, and you just wonder, is it going to stop? Is it going to stop? And it stops every time. But my foot may be hovering close to the brakes at those times. Always remember, trust but verify. So there we go. I'm going to move over to the number 1 lane. There's the turn indicator. It cut off auto steer. And there we're back in. So we'll just stay in behind this guy. I did that for two reasons. Number one, this merge, and there'll be more traffic coming on. I think this turns to 3 lanes in each direction.
Lee, thank you for your contribution. It was interesting seeing how basic autopilot handled stop-and-go traffic. I think everyone needs to realize in a Tesla, the basic autopilot that Lee has shown us in these last 3 episodes is the exact same basic autopilot that comes with every Tesla. No extra purchase necessary. If you like these videos, go ahead and click like, click subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon to not miss any videos going forward. If you'd like to buy yourself a Tesla, the referral link shown at the bottom of the screen is Lee's referral link. It's good for 1,000 miles or 1,500 kilometers of free supercharging. Thank you for watching. I'll look for you again and take care.